So good looking.
Birds, or they were expensive chicks, and trying to protect them from potential diseases of coccidiosis. Stop!
Alright folks, you heard her. Expensive chicks. Something about cocks and photos. And shock. Yeah. Alright. So, what we got here, Rose just did this today, all by her little lonesome, is we've got this coop set up next to the coop that has the Polish. And these are 6x6 panels for a long kennel for pretty much whatever you want to put in them, whatever will fit. So it's two 6x6 panels. It means it's 12 feet long, 6 feet wide, 6 feet tall. Even wearing this ridiculous hat, I can get in here and walk around and don't really touch anything. Except for right here. Bloop. Okay. So, there's the Polish. Running around. And inside here are going to be the black copper Marans. These guys are 3 months old. They've only been in brooders their entire life. So they've never felt grass between their toes. So we didn't get to see it with the Polish when we put them in. So hopefully we'll get to see it today. And that's the shock of feeling grass between your toes for the first time. Should be kind of entertaining. She did put up this tarp, this white one. I believe this tarp is like 20 foot one way, 25 the other, I don't know. It's freaking massive. It spans this entire 12 foot, so 12, so 16 feet. 16 by 25, I think. Yep. Span the entire length. Now this will probably collect water over here in the middle if it rains. But that's okay, just walk over and bump it up and it'll roll off to the sides. So yeah, we're going to grab the birds. We're going to show you the proper handling technique for moving birds, or at least the way that we do it. We've already got their water set up. That's their tray for their feeder. We don't have a roost in here yet, but we'll put one in. So, enjoy. So these are the black copper Marans. They're 3 months old. Like I said, they've only lived in brooders their entire life. So this is the first time they've ever had grass between their toes. First time they've been able to jump more than a foot in the air and spread their wings and fly and soar with the clouds, and or with the tarps, as it were. So how many birds we got here, babe?
I have no idea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 birds and another, what, 30? 26 more to go?
Ish.
Yeah, so between 30 and 40 birds, somewhere in there. Alright, notice how she's grabbing them around the midsection. She's holding the wings in place so they don't flap around and hurt themselves. She's also protecting herself because they actually have talons. They can scratch the crap out of you if you're not careful.
Vicious little feet.
Yeah, look at those.
Grr. It's a misnomer in regards to holding a chicken upside down. I do not recommend it. chickens actually don't have diaphragms, so they don't have the capability to keep their stomach separate from their lungs. So whenever they're upside down and they get calmer, it's actually because they're suffocating. It's not because they're calmer. They can actually kill because of suffocation, in addition to the increased blood flow in the head, especially in this heat. If you ever do have to hold more than one chicken at a time in one hand, if you hold them upside down and brace them as well, this will ensure that they do not suffocate, but it's still not recommended in the heat. If you notice, this guy's not panting, even though it is pretty warm out here. That's because he can still breathe.
Alright, so we got one more batch to bring out. And then we can sit and talk more about these guys and what they are, how to handle them, whatever other information Rose wants to share with us. Alright, this is the last batch of chickens. Altogether, there should be about 40, give or take. Now, I didn't finish high school, so I couldn't tell you. I can only count up to this many. And even that's hard to do because I'm wearing gloves. Alright, babe. So what kind of birds are these?
Cricket. Okay, so these guys are black copper Marans. They're known for laying the chocolate egg, or if you get hatchery quality, they don't lay a chocolate egg. They lay usually a dark tan egg.
Now, what do you mean by hatchery quality?
There's hatchery quality, and then there's show quality or exhibition quality. Exhibition / show quality, they've actually been bred for certain traits of the black copper Marans, versus hatchery quality is usually bred for production. Production is usually meat and eggs in the hatchery world, and exhibition, of course, are things that are characteristics of the breed. For instance, in black copper Marans, you want, of course, the copper apical feathers. The American standard, which used to only be the French standard, is now the outer toe being feathered. On females, you usually want them to have a light copper pattern like this female is starting to exhibit, but usually you won't know that until the final molt. Sometimes this white feather is undesirable, but he hasn't gone through his final molt yet. But as chicks, some individuals do cull them from their breeding program. Cull meaning just removing from their breeding program, not necessarily putting them in the freezer. Past that, I love black copper Marans because they're a good dual-purpose bird. They're fairly heat-hardy, they're fairly cold-hardy. They produce a medium to large-size egg depending on what you're feeding them. And then, like as mentioned before, the females often lay the chocolate eggs if you have exhibition / show quality birds that were bred for that characteristic. As the hens usually get older, if you decide to keep them past the part where they have the true chocolate eggs, their eggs will start just becoming like a dark tan with more speckles. And we actually have some hens that are about 3 or 4 years old and they still have a semi-dark tan egg, but they're still producing chicks that lay the dark eggs once they get to adult stage. I can actually try to show you some of those eggs later. But yeah, if you notice how calm they are right now, they're in what I like to call grass shock. They've always been on a wire bottom brooder because they were very expensive as chicks. I had to get new bloodlines. And I just wanted to make sure that they were protected from disease, from eating anything that I may have not have found in the ground, coccidiosis, things like that. But since they are 3 months old, they should be good to go with the grass, any potential rainstorms that hit us, hailstorms, weather changes, etc. Later on we can actually do another video and show you how they get over their grass shock fairly quickly. They'll go from being able to touch them like this to where they'll almost go completely to the other side of their little kennel area here, unless you have food, mealworms, or something that they're extra interested in, which is usually something shiny.
Alright, so we're getting ready to feed them. Now, what is it you're feeding them today?
Okay, so this is a mixture of wheat, milo or sorghum, depending on what you call it, and corn. There's cracked corn, so that's normally referred to as scratch. And then the pellets you see are just a 20% layer pellet. Sometimes I do 19% depending on their growth stage, but they're 3 months old. I want them to get big, strong, happy, healthy, and have good immune systems. Usually whenever we move them to a new location, I put probiotics and electrolytes in their water just to give them that extra boost and to be able to handle the added heat stress. Our barn usually only gets a maximum of 80 degrees. Out here right now it's already about 85, 86 degrees even under this little canopy shed area. And later on in the evening, whenever it gets 102, 103, this area will probably get around 88 to 90 degrees. And we've tested that with a cheap little Walmart thermometer that it records the temperature throughout the day, the highs and the lows.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and feed them. They've got their water. All we got left to do in here is get a roost for them. As you can see, some of them are interested in the feed. They'll start marking their way. As they start losing their grass shock, or whatever you want to call it, they'll start eating more, drinking more, start acting more like themselves. And it shouldn't take them very long, a couple hours maybe. And that's the first time they've been near water that they could actually stand up in. We've been having them in gravity-fed feeders, water feeders. So in here they'll learn how to spread their wings and they'll jump around and hop around more. Pretty soon there won't be much grass left. They'll pick this clean. As you can see over there with the Polish, it was all the grass was taller than they are, and there's only a few stalks left that are as big as they are. They've pretty much stomped it down and scratched it out. So these guys will do the same. But that's the black hopper Marans. Did a good job, babe. And again, like Rose said, we'll try to show you the eggs later. So that's it. So that's pretty much it for this one. Quick little video, quick little project. Again, if you guys like the video, you want to see more stuff like this, if you want to see more of Rose, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you like about the video, what you think you want to see different, what we could do better, what you liked, what you didn't like, whatever. Or if you just want to complain about the Texas heat, we're here to listen. So, we'll holler at y'all later. See you, bye, babe.
Bye.